Okay, students, in this video, we're going to look at finally adding some RNG, or random number generators, some random luck to the game. Everything we've done has been pretty planned at this point. Our spawners spawn specific waves and stuff like this. But I've got my 3 power-ups here. We've got the one that adds extra bullets, we've got the one that gives me move speed, and we've got the one that gives me fire speed. And from earlier videos, I have here my arena spawner, which right now has only 2 waves. We'll add more later. But it's got some HUD widgets at this point that just say like wave 1, wave 2 when each wave starts. And I kill different enemies. Now, to make our enemies drop power-ups, instead of me just having them sort of floating here in space, which you could do if you designed a level and you wanted to find them, but I want them to drop from the enemies. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these guys here. And instead, I'm going to look at my enemy base BP, which I already have open. So this is my enemy base BP. This is the code that is in every single enemy. They have a on collision with player code, a when they take damage code, and a what to do when they're dead code. And when they're dead, we only do this once. We give ourselves score, we spawn an explosion, and we play a sound. And then we destroy the enemy. Well, we're going to pull this out a little bit and give ourselves a little bit more space. I'm going to pull this destroy all the way to the end because I think it should be the last thing that we do. That way we don't have a blueprint doing something after it's dead. And in here, this is where we're going to live to spawn power-ups. And we are once again going to use switch on int. So we used this to have a switch that does different things in our wave spawner and in our boss. But we're going to use switch on int, and I'm going to add some pins here. I'm going to add 4, but we're only going to worry about 1, 2, and 3. So here's the switch, and it's going to come in, and then it's going to check a number, and things are going to happen. So this number here, we can drag out and type random integer in range. And I'm going to tell it I want the chance that it gives me any one power-up to be 1 in 20. So I'm going to say choose between 1 and 20. Now this means, by the way, that it'll never pick 0, so this guy is never going to do anything. Now, what do we want it to do when it rolls a 1? Well, when it rolls a 1, I'm going to spawn actor from class. We don't have to spawn AI this time, we're just spawning an actor. And I want to spawn the power-up extra bullets. And I'm going to hit Control-C and Control-V twice to have 3 of these. And I'm going to switch this second one here to be power-up fire speed and to be power-up move. Now, you can have any number of different power-ups you want. You don't have the same have the same 3 as I do. And you probably might have more or different ones. You can also change your number here if you want it to be easier or harder to get your power-ups. But I'm going to connect these 3 to 1, 2, and 3. Now they need a spawn transform. I'm going to slide over here and grab our get actor location from the explosion and just copy and paste. And this will actually convert. I should instead probably get actor transform. That would help. Then I can just connect these guys in here instead of converting from one to the other. And then we need these to go to the end. Now you can see here my default still connects to destroy actor. So that's what happens when it's not 1, 2, or 3. When it's 16 and 17 and 0 or any of these other options. It'll go to destroy actor, and then these guys just need to go to destroy actor. And so now any enemy that I kill, including the boss, if I spawn a boss, because all of them count as being base enemy BP, has a 1 in 20 chance of spawning me a projectile. So this should make the game a little more challenging. I have to actually collect projectiles from dropped enemies. So let's give it a whirl. Alright, we just got the attack speed one. And there's our bullet one. That should help us a bunch. Got another bullet one, another attack speed one. got quite lucky on this run. Now we're in wave 2, and I still have another bullet 1. We can see the bullet 1 wore off because enough time has gone by. Here are my other ones. There's my move speed 1. So we've gotten 1 of each at this point. So as you can see, it lets us have random spawns of the different power-ups and such, and you can spawn all sorts of things this way.